My name's McCullah, 20 years old, out of Bakersfield, California. I'm extremely excited to be here today and really honored to be asked to speak on laws of attraction. I got to hear Bob Proctor for the first time this last January. And since then, I've had the privilege of hearing him speak multiple times. And since then, you guys, I really took a look at my notes, and one thing really stood out to me in particular. And it was that if you don't master your mind, you will lose control of your life. I remember hearing that for the first time, you guys, and looking up at this man and thinking, lose control of my life. That probably is the worst thing that you could probably do. I should probably figure out what he has to say. And the thing is, you guys, that most people are facing is that very few people will ever master anything in life. We often have the idea that we want something, and we even believe that it's a desire. But yet, after a few weeks, a few months, you guys, we give up. We move on. And you guys, the thing is, the only way you can create a desire is through repetition. All of our goals, dreams, wants, you guys, you have to be repetition. So, sorry. A lot of us stop at the idea of something, you guys, and really understand that this is the first step in laws of attraction. You guys have to implement this in your business because it's really going to transform everything. But you guys, when you build the image, this is the key to it. You guys, your brain only knows what you tell it. So if you tell yourself that you're an ambassador leader in Vemma, you're going to become an ambassador. See, this is true because if you truly believe this, your brain will know nothing else, and you guys, your brain will start to figure it out without you fully understanding how you even became an ambassador. So really take a look at this. I know if this is your first time hearing about it, it's probably not going to seem that logical. But you guys, the thing I've learned in Vemma is that you can't let logic control you. Albert Einstein says logic will get you from A to Z, but imagination will get you everywhere. So you guys, what I challenge you guys to do is look at your life like a blank sheet. It doesn't matter where your past came from. It doesn't matter what your present state is. Your future is completely in your control. All right? YPR right now, Vemma in general, BK has presented us with the opportunity to live our desired legacy. It's up to you guys how you guys want to be remembered, because this is it right now. You guys can take control and be and do whatever it is you want to do in life. And that's really what I loved about this. And I know you're probably thinking, how do I take control? How do I do this in my business, and how do I go to that elite level? I really put together 3 tips, you guys, that I found really helped me when I first heard about laws of attraction. You guys, the first step is building the image. What I highly suggest is making a dream board. If you haven't got your car yet, pick out the BMW or Mercedes or Mini Cooper that you guys want. Put it on everything. Put it up. You guys, print out magazine pictures and the internet, you guys. It's a great source to find things that you want to see in your life. One of the things I tell everyone in my business is put down your 30, 60, 90-day goals. Always know where you're going and put it everywhere so you constantly see it and you can stay on track. And another thing that you can do is print out the Vemma rank advancement chart. What this will do, you guys, is help you guys create a purpose. And that purpose is what's going to push you through those challenging days. It's going to give you something to hold on to when everyone tells you no, when you've had too many no's and not enough yeses, all right? Well, you guys, the second step is to ask for it. You guys, in this step, you need to declare what it is that you want. And I use the word declare because this is not a wish. You guys, this is you taking control of your future life and deciding what it is that you want. This is your standards, you guys. Don't lower your standards to fit what society tells you, because you guys can absolutely have anything that you guys want. At this state, you guys, you should really have the belief level that whatever it is you want to have is true. That's true. You've already got it. All right? One thing I took away from Bob Proctor is he gave us goal cards. And on one side, he said, did you do your best? And he asked us on the other side to write down our goal. But see, the trick to this, you guys, is to write down your goal in present tense. All right, so for example, you guys, my goal card says, I am so happy and grateful that I've reached the rank of ambassador and that my family will never have to worry about money again. All right, the third and final step, you guys, is to expect it. You guys have to keep faith that it's going to happen. Keeping faith is key to this, you guys. Laws of attraction, if you keep at all these 3 steps, it's going to work for you. Just know in your head that it's going to happen. One step that I found, or tool that I used, you guys, I definitely suggest using it with your team, is getting together and on a piece of paper, write at the top of your paper what it is that you want. And underneath that, write down why you want it. For example, the reason why I wanted to build my Vemma business is because I know that, the reason why I want to build my Vemma business is because I want to provide my family with health and wealth, and my friends. So you guys, flip the paper over, and at the top, write down belief. And under that, write down why you believe that. Why I believe I should be successful in Vemma is because I have good intentions, because I've made the sacrifices, and I'm willing to put in the work, and I've helped people. So that's really, for me, you guys, what that steps are. But in closing, understand that laws of attraction is not this magical thing. You guys can't print out a picture of a Ferrari and then walk out to your garage and it's going to be there, all right? It's something you have to keep at and really work at. But what I want to leave with you guys is that laws of attraction does not replace action. And I'm going to say that again. Laws of attraction does not replace action. What laws of attraction is meant to do, it's meant to put power behind your action. See, I know for me personally, you guys, when I went out and I took massive action, but I didn't utilize laws of attraction. I didn't even know about it. You guys, so when I went out to all my friends and they told me no, you guys, standard dumb, stupid, and crazy, I think we all are on the same page on the rejection lines. But where this left me, you guys, was with no vision, and every person I liked, trusted, and respected telling me no. You know, luckily BK created such a phenomenal product that I wanted to stay in Vemma, even though I was not making money. And, you know, shout out to my parents for supporting me, you know, through those first 7 months when I really wasn't doing anything. But my 8th month in the business, you guys, I actually got a guy named John Will on board who really ran with me. But I think what absolutely changed my business is John Will's 3rd day in the business, Patrick Comer actually purchased him and myself a ticket to go see Bob Proctor. And you guys, literally everything about myself and my business changed overnight. See, that night or that day that he talked about gold cards, I made one. You guys, when I got home from San Luis Obispo, I made my dream board. So these aren't tools, you guys, that I just kind of made up to fill up time. These are things that I implemented in my business. But what I want you guys to understand and how powerful this can impact your business, I walked in to see Bob Proctor as a bronze leader. 2 months later, you guys, I was executive. So really, so really take the time and really go through these steps and practice it every day. You guys, make it a habit, make it a daily routine. I know Brad Alcazan gives a lot of his credit, you guys, to Bob Proctor, so if you guys aren't familiar with him, definitely go look him up and watch The Secret, you guys. This is really the first step in taking advantage of laws of attraction. It's on YouTube, you guys. You can watch it for free. If you have Netflix, go take a look at it. But you guys, really in closing, understand that if it worked for me, if it worked for Brad, if it worked for a lot of the leads backstage, why wouldn't it work for you guys? So you guys, really thank you guys for your time, and God bless.